If there's a use to that.
What's that for? Hard to believe I'm roaming with my own kind.
Hey.
Where to?
Tex Beneke, folks. And now, a word or several from our sponsors. Why drink dirty radioactive water when you can have it pure and bottled? Sheldon Walls needs clean water. Chris Sheldon also needs to call out through the fallout.
We hired him. What just happened? People of the Commonwealth, for years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It is true, but it is not the whole truth. We are here, and we are the future. Our superior technology represents the best hope for the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground has ceased to exist.
These burn marks. Just spent a whole case of ammo from this site.
Suppose that means
We
we
have
install
no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your daily lives. Is that you do not interfere with the Institute's operations. To do so would result in dire consequences. You may rest easy. Know that the future is in safe hands, that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Oh, we really have to get up?
Hi.
All right, out with it. What's your game?
Game? What do you mean?
I can usually size people up at a glance, but you're different. It's bugging the heck out of me. You're not the military type. You're a loner. So I can't figure out why you're sticking around. You got what you wanted, so why don't you hit the road?
What can I say that will make you trust me?
There's nothing you can say. Trust is earned through action. Nothing more, nothing less. Look, I'm gonna cut you some slack because Danse trusts you. But if you step out of line and put any of my brothers or sisters in danger, I'll make sure you regret it. So, ready for your assignment, hero?
Ready.
Then listen up. Like it or not, one of our most important duties is to keep the Commonwealth clear of the trash. I'm talking about mutants, ghouls, synths. The abominations the damn eggheads caused when they started playing with their toys. This op is simple. I'm gonna send you to a target, and you're gonna terminate everything that calls it home. All the details you need are right here. Don't come back until the job's done.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
Rhys still giving you the cold shoulder?
I can handle it.
If you could, you'd be the first. Rhys bleeds brotherhood. It's all he cares about. It's his family. It's his whole life. If anything else comes into the picture and gets in the way, he shoves it aside.
Is there something between the two of you?
When I first joined up, Rhys is the one who sponsored me. He took me under his wing, showed me the ropes. I thought there was a little more between us, so I asked him if he cared about me that way. He told me the Brotherhood of Steel was all that he cared about, and there was no room for anything else in his life. We never spoke about it again. Look, I need to get back to things. If you're worried about Rhys, just keep doing what you're doing. He'll come around soon enough. So, are you ready to take on your first assignment?
Ready.
Great. Let me explain. One of the Brotherhood's most important duties is the recovery and preservation. I have a list of locations that contain... Here, this should cover all the information you'll need to find your first artifact. Good luck, and be careful.
Well, here's unexpected bit of news. I heard that a group of soldiers... Is it names? Constabulary? What do we call them now? Yeah. Soldiers from the Brotherhood of Steel were spotted in the Commonwealth. Sounds like they were, well, they were kind of in trouble at the Cambridge police station. They were in pretty bad shape for a while. But then the Vault Dweller showed up and gave him a hand. Or a gun. Or something. The Vault Dweller helped them, is what I'm trying to say. Guess they'll probably be on their way soon then. Right? Oh, we're gonna die! Oh! Here's, oh, well, it's a fun one. Feel free to, rock out. Or whatever it is people do nowadays.
Got your orders.
Paladin.
Are you ready to head up to the ship?
Yeah, can't wait to get up there.
I felt the same way the first time I saw it, too. We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxon's here. And that means we're going to war.
I'm guessing that diplomacy isn't on Elder Maxon's mind.
What have you done?
What's the matter? Don't like kicking in the door? Don't worry. You'll fall in line with our tactics sooner or later. That being said, You're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and personal. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station.
Uh-huh.
Lovely night.
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. Commonwealth looks different from here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxson will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. Everyone down there believed in our cause, but they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. On final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions. Far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
Shoot. Since they vanished, here's hoping they don't come back.
Shelter and supplies.
Permission granted. Welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I field promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prydwen and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin. So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Sorry? A little soft around the edges, aren't you? If you want to earn your place among the best, you need to toughen up. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
Absolutely.
Good. That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed, Initiate.
Here's the thing. A sort of note, I guess, from sponsor Peter.
Welcome.
In Diamond City, and I'll...
Elder Maxon is holding his address inside the command deck.
Stop in for a drink at the Dugout Inn. The stories are free. The moonshine will cost you. Ask for Vadim Bobrov. Hey, how about some Bob Crosby?
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our mission beneath the Commonwealth. There is cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be killed before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, The Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of God and should be dealt with and merciless.
Oh, my arm!
Regroup! Regroup! Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth.
Ah! My leg! My leg!
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our mission. Beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
The Prydwen is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal. The human-looking synths are the worst. They hide in plain sight. Damn it! If it looks bad.
I care about them, you know.
That's it. Thank you, Sprite. Yep. Yeah, research patrol.
Babysitting field scribe. Prestigious.
All the touches I couldn't expect from a brother.
That's right. We'll leave a couple of super mutants for you.
Sneaky bastard.
Those synths, plastic.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
Care about them? I thought we were preparing for war.
The Brotherhood is here to prevent a war by starting one of our own. The difference is, our war won't reduce civilization to ashes.
You're not going to convince me you're right.
Yet despite that, Paladin Dan still feels you'd be an asset to the Brotherhood. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
He's just the best, isn't he?
I don't care about ranks.
Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to get used to it. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Prydwen and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Prydwen, soldier. Make us proud.
So, this radio station here, we don't really make any caps, and there are
radio signals keep.
Well, some people help me stay in the air. People like this.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on, Knight.
John and Kathy
Congratulations on the promotion,
invites
Knight.
you to try out the latest innovations in hairstyles. Look good. Make people jealous.
So how did it
Dance?
There you are. How did it go with Elder Max?
Not talking about how long his naps are. So,
He's a very dedicated man.
here it is.
It sounds like he stands behind everything he's saying.
Of course he does. How could he afford not to? I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
So what's all this about you being my sponsor?
Elder Maxon is understandably particular when it comes to new recruits. He believes in order to keep the Brotherhood strong, we have to bond as brothers. As your sponsor, it's my duty to travel with you throughout the Commonwealth to ensure that our ideals are being observed. That's why I'm so concerned about your performance in the field.
I'm not comfortable being watched so closely.
Well, you better get used to it. If you want to remain a part of the Brotherhood of Steel, you're going to have to adjust to the military way of life. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding. Call me old-fashioned.
There. Try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. If you can't fix it...
I can fix it. You're the one who decided to kick your way through a Mirelurk. Got it.
There it is. Thanks, brother. I owe you.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine. Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have me do 100 push-ups.
Proctor Ingram?
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
I don't care. I didn't join up to impress everyone.
Alright, easy night. I didn't mean anything by it. Our usual recruits tend to be wastelanders, and you don't look like one of them. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
You should add teaching charm school lessons to the list.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but when you're as busy as I am, there isn't much time for bowing and curtsying. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
You feel like telling me how you ended up that way?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Would it help if I promised not to tell anyone else?
I'm not really looking for sympathy. And honestly, I don't know you that well. Maybe some other time. Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power armor. There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Unless you like getting shot, don't ever turn your back on a gun.
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the Mirelurk scat off my boots.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot, leaves that memorable ozone smell behind.
I heard that Elder Maxson got that scar in his face from going one-on-one with a Deathclaw.
Driving me crazy. I've got like 3 itches.
Proctor Tegan.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
You must be in there for a reason. Maybe I'll keep my distance.
I'm only having a bit of fun with you, Knight. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're the agreeable type. When I tell most of the new recruits that they have to buy their own equipment, they give me the stink eye. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
As long as I don't end up in the brig.
don't worry. Last thing I'd want to do is get our newest recruit in trouble. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and after you're in the meantime.
Just heard Holiday. Hey, so there's this bit of news that might
good.
It might interest you.
Just set the books
If not,
down anywhere.
Hang on a minute, and I'll go back to the music.
I'll get to them as soon as I can.
If you hadn't heard, I mean, I guess most people know this, but maybe someone didn't. That the Green Tech building was where those mercenaries lived. The Gunners! Gunners, that's it. That was like their base, sort of. Pretty much.
Why are you bothering with that, John?
Those guys were tough,
Ignoring
so,
me? How infuriating. Suppose I could stop working for a moment to address your question.
Whatever suits you.
Expanding the technological knowledge of the Brotherhood is what suits me. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
I don't know if that's true or not.
I'm asking myself the same thing.
I don't recognize you. Which leads me to the conclusion that you're a new recruit. Specifically, the one that Paladin Danse described in his report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately...
If you want my help, just ask.
I wasn't aware you were interested, Knight. As I'm authorized to pay, and if you wish to be assigned to a in any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam? Where are you going, Knight? You need to complete your medical exam. Ah, you're back. Good. Where are you going, Knight? You need to complete your medical exam.
Captain Cade?
Ah, you're back. Good. Are you ready for your medical exam?
Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Before the bombs? What? Let me check my notes. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
I hope that you're kidding.
Not at all. I'm quite... However, I'll just assume that your answer to that one is a no. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
that happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many Wastelanders answer yes to that question. Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that type of behavior absolutely distasteful. Since you haven't spent too much time in the Wasteland, I'll assume your answer is no. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
That's more of a morals question, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I feel that the mental state of the crew is just as important as the physical. Anyone that hesitates firing in combat due to misguided moral standards certainly isn't Brotherhood material. So what about you? Would you have a problem with it?
Nope. No problem whatsoever.
Excellent. You'll fit in quite well around here. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Hey.
Ready. Let's see what you got. Go ahead.
With your reconnoiter of the Institute complete, we finally have first-hand knowledge about their facility.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prydwen's crew,
Just point me to the action.
I applaud your enthusiasm, Knight. Let's get right to it, then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Unexpected bit of news. I heard that a group of soldiers... Soldiers? constabulary? What are we calling them now? Soldiers from the Brotherhood of Steel were spotted in the Commonwealth. Sounds like they were, well, they were kind of in trouble at Cambridge University. They were in detention for a while. But the Vault Dweller showed up and gave him a hand. Or a gun. Or something. The Vault Dweller helped them, is what I'm trying to say. Guess they'll probably be on their way soon then. Right? Oh, we're gonna die! Oh! Now, okay, let's play Worry, Worry, Worry by the Three Sons.
Death from above. It's the only way to fly.
Welcome aboard, Knight. Instruments are green, and we're cleared for release.
Having the Prydwen moored above the airport keeps the Brotherhood within striking distance of the city.
Of the Commonwealth. For years now, you have suspected that the Institute
Target acquired.
still
I'll try and keep him in your sights.
That we are among you. It is true, but it is not the whole truth. We are. Our activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above
down and then hightail it back to the Prydwen for repairs.
Go ahead and...
Wynonie Harris. Well,
this area seems to be in disarray.
Unexpected bit of news. I heard that a group of soldiers.
Back to hell.
The Cambridge police station. They were in.
You hear that?
Those vault dwellers showed up and gave me over there. The vault dweller. Right? Oh, we're gonna die! Oh! Uranium fever is on next, and well, I'm pretty sure enough time has gone by that we can all find the human in this subject. Right?
Fucking cow!
Judging from the amount of dust present, it's safe to assume we're the first people to investigate this location in quite a while. Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Absolutely. Wiping them out was a pleasure.
I wish all of mankind shared your sentiment. These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward, only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric. I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
Don't apologize. It reminds me why I'm doing this.
Thank you, brother. It's good to know you're taking my advice to heart. Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxson. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed.
Hello.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that. Keep hoarding that garbage, you're going to slow us down.
any radiation.
Too bad it wasn't the Institute.
Not to worry, Knight. You'll be dealing with them sooner than you think. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Well, they were kind of in trouble.
The best weapon for survival out here is a pocket full of caps.
Signal grenades are usually reserved for our paladins. In your case, you should be grateful that I'm making an exception. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute and liberated a valuable holotape from their facility. I'm quite disappointed you chose to build the signal interceptor without the Brotherhood, Knight. However, you've secured passage to and from their facility, which was one of our primary goals. So, I'm willing to overlook your lapse in judgment, since you've unexpectedly accelerated our plans. I now have 2 missions for you to complete. First and foremost, I want you to bring that holotape to Proctor Ingram right away. There could be data vital to the success of our mission on that tape, so we can't afford to take any chances. The second part of your mission requires a bit of background to explain. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
By recruiting, you mean they forced her to join?
Being at war leaves little room for compassion. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she
was a valuable resource. It was a mistake to let her leave.
Agreed. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Sorry, that information is classified. Just keep your mind on the mission. Good luck, Knight.
Reactor is 100%
The Commonwealth looks bad. You should see the capital wasteland.
What's going on?
Sturgis, remember that holotape with all the Institute data? I need it back.
Oh, yeah? Why? What have you got cooking?
I'm working on something with the Brotherhood of Steel. They want to look at the data I got from the Institute.
The Brotherhood, huh? I sure hope you know what you're doing. Here you go. I've already made myself a copy.
Hey.
Got anything interesting for me today?
Just when you think you're safe, you're not. That's how they always make you.
Can it wait?
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
Building something?
That was the 5 stars. All 5 of them. Get it? Because of, funny? Sort of? No. No. Not really.
Mama Murphy's as good as her word, kid. No more kills. And no more sight, either.
I'm not even really sure what to say. There are stories about... Well, it's some big contraption that's being built out there in the Commonwealth. No one that's mentioned it, they don't know what it does. Not for sure. This next part...
You can fix just about anything.
It's just people
Guns,
talking, you know,
computers,
doesn't make it true.
people. Just gotta have the right tools.
But then said...
Life still ain't perfect, but we're surviving.
If I were you, something?
I'm busy.
You know, I'd run the other way. How about Johnny Mercer? I kind of wonder if this one is supposed to be a joke. Does anyone know?
My old man taught me that duct tape could fix anything. I don't think he was talking about bullet holes. You ought to be careful. I can fix most things, but people don't fix so easily. What's up?
Nothing in between.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
I just want to trade a few things.
Of course.